You're not gonna win games with McFred. I hope these two don't start in the Prem next week. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I can't believe how we lost that game. I mean, that game should have ended. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the MU Stand. This is the reaction for Manchester United loss to Atletico Madrid. 1-0. Joao Felix with the goal. Let's just get straight into this. I mean, this team is completely not ready. You can clearly see this team lacks the confidence and the depth to actually compete with the likes of Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid is one of the toughest teams in Europe. And by the way, this game, Atletico Madrid played their B team in the first half, and we couldn't just penetrate. The entire team struggled to score against Atletico Madrid. And that midfield we have up top on my left, you can see McFred. You're not gonna win games with McFred. I hope these two don't start in the Prem next week. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I can't believe how we lost that game. I mean, that game should have ended at least 0-0. It should have been a draw game, but it just goes to show you that we don't have the quality to compete with the likes of Atletico Madrid. This team still needs midfielders. It still needs De Jong. It still needs offensively the likes of Anthony to compete with the big boys. It's just unbelievable. I mean, let me just go through the team and get my reaction. I mean, I'll start with David De Gea. David De Gea, he hasn't had to do like much in the game. He was okay. He was decent. I'll just give him a 6 because it's an average performance. I think they had 1 shot or 2 shots on goal and they scored. So he's not at fault for the goal. I wouldn't blame him for the goal, but he hasn't done much in the game as well. He hasn't made a lot of saves. So I'll just give him 6. So that's my player's rating for David De Gea. But going into the defense, Lindelof and Maguire, it's the same thing yet again. We saw this last season. These two cannot play together. Maguire is not confident on the ball when he's actually pressurized, when he's pressed. He's always nervous and shaky. So I don't believe these two should be playing next week in the Prem. I just don't think they should be playing. So going to Maguire, I think Maguire deserves 4 out of 10. It's not just because of his defending, it's also because he had a clear chance on goal. Across from Eriksen, he missed a wide open header. I mean, unbelievable miss. I don't know how he misses that with his big head. I don't know how. But yes, I'll give him a 4. Lindelof, average 5 out of 10. Hasn't done a lot of mistake in this in the game, but he wasn't spectacular as well. I've seen a few mistakes from him in the first half, but in the second half he was okay. So I'll just give him 5 out of 10. Malacia, I've been really impressed by Malacia's performance. I think he's gonna be our starting in the starting 11 next week. I think he's better than Shaw. He's shown a decent performance so far this season. Not season, this preseason. I'm really impressed by Malacia. I hope he continues to perform and I hope he starts our next game. Dalot, average performance, but much better than Wan-Bissaka. The choices we have, I mean, this is what I'm saying. The squad we have, the depth we have, the next person that's going to replace Dalot is Wan-Bissaka. But Wan-Bissaka is not going to be, better than Dalot. So Dalot, regardless of what he does, even if he gives us an average game, he's still going to play, right? Because there's no competition in that position. Going into the middle of the park, Fred and McTominay. Fred and McTominay, I've mentioned it in my preview. Go check out my preview. I mentioned, please, 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 do not start Fred and McTominay. These two are shit. I mean, you can't play, especially against the big teams, with McFred. And I've mentioned it so many times previously, and I've actually mentioned it on the preview as well. You can actually see these two can't play. They can't create. I mean, they can defend here and there. Fred is all over the place, like trying to press and stuff. But in terms of creation, in terms of actually creating an opportunity, the offense, they don't do much. In fact, they don't do nothing. I mean, nothing at all. So McTominay, average 4 out of 10. I would just give him a 4. He hasn't done anything except for a fight with Oblak. He elbowed Oblak. He got a yellow card for that one, but it's the only thing I remember from McTominay. And Fred was okay. Like, he's all over the place. He's like the engine of the team. So I'm happy to have him. I'm not happy, but I'm content to have Fred in the team alongside the likes of De Jong or someone else that is much better. I actually expected and hoped to see Donny coming on, or Donny starting this game with Fred. But Donny came on and didn't do much, which is really, really scary now. I mean, this is 2 or 3 games in a row Donny hasn't delivered. And not just delivered in terms of scoring or assisting, but just he's not on the game. I don't see him much on the ball. I don't see him connecting the defense with the attack. I haven't seen much from Donny since he came on. So an average performance. So this team needs to sign De Jong. Like, we are desperate to sign De Jong. You could clearly see it. We can't compete with this team with the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. And forget about Man City and Liverpool. It's never going to happen. Going to Elanga, 5 out of 10. Hasn't done much. I mean, hasn't created a single chance for Martial. I haven't seen him link up play with Martial as well. Just an average performance by Elanga. I've actually seen Eriksen come on for Elanga. Has done much better. Like, within 10-15 minutes, Eriksen is just a quality player. He showed us that, what he can do. But Elanga just hasn't done much for me. I'll give him 5 out of 10. Bruno, again, just average performance, which is what we have seen last season. I'm not impressed by Bruno this entire preseason. He's yet to adapt to Erik Ten Hag's system. He's struggling to adapt to Erik Ten Hag's system. So I think Bruno needs to do a lot, much more, if he wants to keep his starting 11. I think he's at risk of losing his position for Eriksen, because I've been really, really impressed by Eriksen. After he came on, he changed the game. He created a few chances. He had a decent cross from set piece for Maguire, and Maguire's big head missed it. But we could have actually won this game if it wasn't for Maguire. I mean, he missed a clear header. But going back to talking about Bruno's performance, I think he's in trouble. I really think he's in trouble. I think he needs to get his game right, because so far he has not impressed me at all. Not sure about you guys, but you can leave a comment below if you agree or disagree about that. But I just don't think Bruno has done much so far under Erik Ten Hag. So I'll just give him 5 out of 10 as well. Rashford, again, he was bright in the first half. He did some dribbles. He tried to create a few things here and there. He had a shot on goal. He dribbled past the player in the first half as well. He was okay in the first 10 minutes and then disappeared. He just disappeared. He was a ghost in this game. I haven't seen him. The whole 90 minutes. So Rashford, again, another weak performance by Rashford, in my opinion. He also get 5. And Tony Martial was bright. He was actually involved in a lot of things in the first 20-30 minutes. He missed a 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and that was the only, I think the disappointing thing about Martial is that he's not consistent. You never know what you're gonna get from Martial. Sometimes he delivers, sometimes he's an okay performance, sometimes he gets injured as well a lot. So it's hard to rely on Martial in the coming season. We really do need to sign a striker. We need to sign, and we need to keep Cristiano as well. We need Cristiano big time in this team, because clearly you saw it today. This team is not ready. They are not ready to compete with the likes of Tottenham, Chelsea, and Arsenal to finish in the top 4. And obviously at United, your aim shouldn't be to finish in the top 4. Your aim should be to win the Premier League, to win and compete the Champions League, and which is not what we're doing so far. And the board is not backing the manager to actually put us on that platform and to put us on that level. But all in all, in this game, I'm pretty disappointed with the results. United 0, Atletico Madrid 1. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think about this game? Who was your man of the match? I'll give you my man of the match. I have none. How about that? But if you actually push me to give you one, I would slightly go with Martial, just because I liked what Martial did in the first 30 minutes of the first half. He was decent. He was linking up play. He was doing well. But Tony Martial is my man of the match. Who is your man of the match? All around for me, the entire team is average. But let us know in the comment section your thoughts on the game. Who's your man of the match? Do you actually agree with the starting 11 that we saw today? Do you think that team is capable of finishing in the top 4, even challenging next season or the coming season? Give us your thoughts. Give us your comment. What do you guys think about Eriksen's performance? In my opinion, he was class. He was outstanding. I think he's going to be a big asset for Manchester United in the coming season. But do leave a comment below what you think about the Eriksen's first game and his first performance. Will he start against Brighton in the Prem? Get your comments in. Smash a like on the video, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.